Hello and welcome to a new edition of the Near Fall Wrestling. I am your host, Devin Willems. It's Tuesday. It's a little chilly in the room today. A little cold. Little temperatures are getting colder. Doesn't mean the wrestling's slowing down. We got stuff to talk about today. Nick, no more your champion.
No,
You lost it.
Kind of short-lived, but that's been the case for all of us once we've become champions. So still looking for that first successful title defense.
Yeah. Technically, I had it, but it wasn't a title defense. It was on a Saturday night main event where I won, and I got to pick like the thing, but that really wasn't a title because there's only like two matches that we thought that were even. I think it was only one match that was even like up for debate.
We'll see what Ben's able to do. I think the next thing we pick for, maybe depending on how many matches are on it, is another Saturday night.
It's going to be John Cena's last match, so I think that one will
allegedly.
be yeah. Nick, any I guess let's just jump into some of the Survivor Series stuff.
Yeah, do we have to?
We'll go over some of your picks first. Let's just see. And you see what you had.
Let's start off on a good note. Stephanie Vakir did beat Nikki Bella. Thank goodness, because I don't think Nikki Bella is the champion we're looking for right now. And let's just stop there. We'll stop the count there.
Yeah, that again the easiest one to pick on the night was Stephanie Vakir against Nikki Bella. Vakir did end up winning, not to a shock of many, but going into Monday, I guess we'll kind of jump around a little bit, but Liv Morgan approached her. She returned into the John Cena's match, but Liv Morgan's back and talked to Vakir right away. So could be Vakir's next program. What are your thoughts on that? Like, obviously, I think it's better than Nikki Bella. Plenty of storylines to go in that way.
Better than Nikki Bella is a bit of an understatement at this point. I mean, Liv Morgan at the time when she got injured was probably one of the top women just in wrestling as a whole. I mean,
absolutely.
You could argue maybe even the top, depending. I mean, Toni Storm's still really good with that character. But the argument was there for her. It's one of those where it kind of feels like on one hand, I feel like, okay, it's definitely Liv that wins that match. But at the same time, a victory over Liv Morgan could give Vakir a lot of credibility for a title reign that hasn't really seen a lot of action.
Yeah, I would agree. Again, I don't know if I necessarily would pick Liv. I'd have to see how it build and where the match is being placed. If it's on a Raw, I probably would say Vakir wins pay-per-view. Maybe not so much.
It has potential for a Saturday night main event.
Yeah, I mean, that would be a quick one because isn't it this Saturday?
The 13th, yeah. So
next week is John Cena's alleged last match. So I mean, maybe they could build it in time for that to happen.
And if they want to go all out and have this crazy card for it, they could.
We'll see. We'll kind of see what the card gets announced as. But Vakir beat Bella. Not a huge shock on that one. Next one though, John Cena. Dominic Mysterio, I thought a pretty solid match. You were the only one who had John.
I don't really remember what my reasoning for that was. Looking back at it, it probably didn't make sense for him to keep that title.
Yeah, I mean, you said that he was going to lose it at his Saturday night main event against Gunther or LA Knight, but whoever it would be. My reasoning was he only won the match against Dominic was to be a Grand Slam champion. Did some decent open challenge stuff, but that was the main reason John Cena lost it.
It did take 6 people to finally beat him, if you count everybody that got involved in that match, plus a Liv return, which I didn't really get why she jumped into his arms. That was kind of weird.
She was a huge John Cena fan. I don't know.
I guess so. That was a bit of a plot hole you have to look through on that one. But
I thought it was fine. But John Cena loses.
She kind of hit him with his own little thing that he did to Cody. She did like the same stare face and everything.
It was fine. I think Dominic's fine Intercontinental champion again. The only reason he lost was due to him wanting to be John Cena being the Grand Slam champion. So all for it.
Dom has gotten so good with that character. That character has been a lifesaver for him in this industry.
I think it's honestly, you could even say it's been a WWE saver. I mean, he has just flushed out their mid card really well, and been involved in a lot of storylines that he can plug and play in certain matches, certain rivalries, whatever you want it to be. And he has the credibility now that it makes sense. he's been a very big asset for WWE and even AAA, where I think he's also
Mhm.
the champion of some. I don't know what exact belt it is, but he's got a belt
Yeah.
there. So I mean, he's been a very big asset for AEW or WWE, for sure. Now let's get to the two War Games matches. I'm actually going to start with the men's first.
First, I just want to preface. I did not like that they weren't in like the shark cages and stuff. I did not like the whole entrance idea.
What do you mean? That's the whole reason Jey Uso was on the mat, or Jay was on the card. He could run his yeet back in the middle of the War Games.
I know. It just felt weird to have him just enter like that instead of the normal cage. It's just more tension when they're all locked in the cage together too.
I just don't know if the people in that caliber wanted to stay in that cage. Like, I don't
Yeah.
know, Brock Lesnar, Roman Reigns. We're like, I'm not going to sit in this cage for 20 minutes. I will just walk out when I want to go. Watch out. Who knows? Yeah. Match. The bad guys won. An unknown, quote unquote, person interfered at the end of the match.
Austin Theory.
Who did a
Come on
stomp?
now. No, it's not Seth Rollins. He's hurt. No, it's not Dean Ambrose. I've seen a lot of, I don't want to call them dumb responses to this, but there's been a lot of dumb predictions on who this is.
You're telling me.
50, 60-year-old Chris Jericho is not climbing a cage that fast. It's just not happening. Now, I wouldn't put him against them to just have like some random NXT guy be the one that's all in all black and does it, and then they come out and present someone else, and maybe they do present Chris Jericho.
That would be
it was him the whole time.
That would be the worst.
It'd be so stupid, but it's stupid enough that they could do it.
Oh my lord! If that happened, I would faint. If
What do you mean that wasn't Braun Strowman? It looked just like him.
That would be so funny. Honestly, now I kind of wish they do that just for the laughs. That would actually thinking about that.
What do you mean it's not Ric Flair?
Yeah. So Punk took the pin. I got this one right.
That was kind of surprising that he took the pin.
Interference.
But it does, and then Raw kind of furthered that Braun versus Punk is going to be a thing.
Yeah, I think that one makes sense. I mean, I thought pretty confident that the heels were going to win. Obviously it wasn't going to be Roman. I wasn't going to pick Roman. I wasn't going to pick Cody. And I really wasn't going to pick Punk, but it does make sense to advance that stuff. Braun Breaker challenge CM Punk for he got the belt, or he got a challenge, I think, on January
pretty much
something.
January 5th, I guess, some big. That's probably the premiere Raw of the year.
Yeah.
Which would make sense.
Yeah.
And then it's on Netflix.
Yep. That is so that that makes sense for that regard. But the faces or the heels won. Faces lost. Anything that blew you away in this match in particular?
Brock Lesnar put on a really good show.
I thought that he
in
did.
That match.
He did pretty solid.
He did quite well. I know a lot of people have been talking about how washed he had seemed lately, and he's had some weird spots lately on TV where his pants ripped and he slipped. So good to see a real strong showing out of him.
He looks good too. I mean, physically, he doesn't look out of shape.
Yeah, Jey Uso looks kind of lost in everything right now. I do like, obviously the writing was on the wall when Breaker took out Seth Rollins, that it was going to be Breaker challenging for this title at some point. Now we know when. Does he win it right away? That I don't quite know yet. We'll see. And then where does our not Austin Theory intruder intervene in all this? Because they didn't even mention it on Raw.
Yeah, they did not mention or even address, I should say, the masked.
I say it's one thing not to name
intruder.
him, but they didn't even mention that there was any kind.
I think they just needed a way to end the match.
Yeah,
and that was the way to do it. So, yeah, yawn. Women's, I thought okay.
I like the women's even less. I think it's just.
Well, it wasn't great. I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, it was best. It was really good. Just some.
I'm over the trash can spot. I really am. 3 years in a row, and your big moment of the match is the same spot. I'm over it.
I thought I'm gonna counter and say AEW running their matches ahead of the War Games, I thought was a really smart move. The differences between both matches was night and day.
And WWE at this point is never gonna pull on the match that.
Not even like the blood and not even the blood, but you could feel that it was an actual there was actual I don't want to say hatred, but there was actual animosity in between. There was actually people. You had the tag team people in the women's. They were actually fighting for the tag team belts at the time. You had Statlander, Monet, who were going to wrestle for the. You actually had storylines in that, and they advanced them in the ring. Now it just feels like there were just 4 tag teams in the matches.
That's the issue with the WWE matches. Yep. You're right. And it's not even so much the storyline of the people in the ring, but for a company and Triple H, like when he ran NXT, was so good at storytelling the match itself, like everything in the match. Okay, this move led to this move. Yep. Made sense. I didn't feel that with this pay-per-view whatsoever, and kind of it's the way it's been the last couple months.
Yeah, I mean WWE's pay-per-views I think are pretty obvious. I mean, I think if you look at the picks percentage, I think the highest pick percentage is probably from WWE. I think we have a good handle on how most of these matches will go.
I don't even think it's bad because of that. It's just bad because it just feels underwhelming overall. Like, well, I mean, even if you know what the outcome's going to be necessarily, or think you know what it is, but like the matches themselves just haven't been all that enjoyable.
I mean, that's that Stephanie Vancouver Nikki Bella match. I mean, why is that on the card? Why are them like? There's nothing there for me.
Well, I know they had to move some things with Fatu being out, so they thought they could make.
But this match was going to happen at some point. You probably so, but like, well, and it's like not a single person in the world thought Nikki Bella was going to win, which is fine.
I had messaged Ben prior to the start of Survivor Series, and I had been like, you know what, I kind of went back on me picking him to win.
Ooh.
Cena in his match, which evidently I should have guessed that in the first. But I told him I think Cena finds a way into the War Games match. I thought maybe they go to like either Big Jim or Jey Uso would be
attack him or something
injured before, and he would come out later when it seemed like there was no hope. Kind of like what they did with Randy Orton. Sure. Only Randy Orton was the one who was hurt and didn't come out, and then eventually did. But I thought maybe they would try to find a way to get Cena involved in that, and they didn't.
Yeah, I mean, there's just nothing on the card though that where it was like, yep, this is what I'm really looking forward to.
Yeah.
For me, it would have been John Cena, Dominic Mysterio, and it didn't even seem like that match went.
I mean, the biggest moment of the night was just Liv returning.
Yeah.
He got the biggest pop.
And now they are getting cheered.
Yeah.
And then the rest of them and the rest of Judgment Day is getting booed on Monday Night Raw. So like I said, we were talking about before, but I believe Dominic and Liv will split. I don't know if they'll go face, but they will be a different part of the group.
I feel real bad for a guy like Finn Balor. He's so talented. And the one time he got, almost got a huge push and won the Universal Championship, got hurt, and that was kind of the end of his push.
I think he would be good in AEW. Yeah. As somebody who I would target if I was AEW, because he could put on. I mean, him and Omega, him and Ospreay, him and MJF.
And if he's allowed to use his demon character in AEW, and
you got Brody Lee, and Brody, like
him versus Darby would be a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, and I think that's the people that in reverse where like Cargill goes to WWE. She's maybe she fits WWE's profile. What?
No thanks.
Yeah, I mean. But she fits the profile of like a Wardlow going over, where it's like, maybe it's not the in-ring stuff. They still have their moments, but they're more polished physically. They're more polished appearance-wise, meet and greet, stuff like that, where, that's where they can thrive. So, I think that Finn Balor is almost the opposite, where he's really good in the ring, solid on the mic, solid, just kind of all-around solid, I would say. But I think could really take advantage in AEW, but I don't know if he has an interest in it. I don't know. That's one of the ones. But those are the people that I think I would target if I was AEW. If they ever came up and be like, hey, you're not really getting a whole lot of lot of looks on WWE as opposed to just being on Monday night and losing.
Maybe he does enjoy the Judgment stuff and just running around like that. But I feel he's so talented he can do a lot more.
Absolutely. All right, let's take a quick break. When we come back, we will have some Monday Night Raw and we have an AEW preview. So stay with us. We'll be right back after these breaks. Hello and welcome back to the Near Fall. I am your host, show the name, Devin Willems, joined by co-host. We got Nick. It is a cold and chilly Tuesday, but like I said earlier, wrestling's still heating up. Kind of just got like we're on the downslope now. We had a little recent with AEW and WWE finishing their pay-per-views. So a little bit of a downturn, but we're going to ramp back up.
We got that last John Cena match ever.
Yep.
To,
coming up.
Give us something to look forward to.
So that's making its way next. I guess we'll just continue with that. We had our semifinal matches on Monday night. LA Knight beat Jey Uso.
Yeah, Jey Uso was not happy about it. And he kind of let everybody know he wasn't happy.
Yeah, he threw some Prime bottles around the ring.
Yeah, and he kicked the ring stairs and flipped a table
and returned down an interview with the person and who's like, "It's me. Just why aren't you talking to me?
Yeah,
I'm on your." It's some of that. I am all out on Jey Uso.
I don't know where they're trying to go with this. I know they tried to have him do this like Roman character almost, and it just feels out of place.
I still don't know why he won the Royal Rumble. I still don't know why he had the belt. I don't know why he
viral moments. That's what it's all about. Viral moments.
What was viral about
back to the trash can thing though, right? Like it's the same spot 3 years in a row, but it's that viral moment that Triple H loves.
I don't know what was viral about it. Well, what about the viral parts where he's taking some of the worst?
Jey Uso winning was the yeet thing, man. 4 letters, 1 word, baby.
Yeah. There's a couple of 4-letter words that could describe him in his wrestling.
Hey.
Yeah, just not great in my opinion. Even in this match with LA Knight, he took like a superplex off the ring and then pounded the mat really much and then rolled over really quick. Like, what is? I just don't.
The only reason he's not done is because the fans love his little yeet things.
The fans in the arena love it. The people who are watching on TV, during the War Games match, I think we brushed on it for like a couple seconds, but he redid his entrance when he got into the ring, and that was the clip that I just saw going around all of social media, where people were like, "Get this out! I don't want to see this. Why is this in the match?" Like, I don't get it. But hey, the crowd loves it, I guess. So I mean, if the crowd loves it, then they're doing it for the crowd. But the TV, I mean,
doing it. I say just put them with Big Jim and bring the Usos back as a tag team.
Probably fine, and the tag team you probably could use it. I know one of the MFT people just solely beat the Motor City Machine Guns on Friday. I think this was it. Well, I don't know who it was.
Solo ended up winning that.
I know, but the guy eliminated 2 of them. The MCMGs by themselves.
I have to remember. Yeah.
And MCMG, remember when they won the tag team? I mean, now they're now just fodder, which is
the same thing kind of with DIY. They're kind of in that weird open challenge stuff with. Not that the open challenge itself is weird for Ilya Dragunov, but just why are they involved in it? Like,
well, tag teams. We're talking about tag teams. Women's tag team. I kind of touched on it off camera, but I told Nick it's nice to see the women's tag team belt get some love before all of the women kind of go onto their singles run for WrestleMania season. So I'm sure like Charlotte or Bliss will probably go against Jade if she's still the champion, and then I'm sure one of the Liv, Rhea, or Io will probably go against, or even Bianca will go against Vakur at some point.
Yeah, because Bianca's got to come back at some point. I know. Yeah. Well, she's still hurt. I forgot what the injury was. It's been so long, but
Naomi's. I mean, I know she was pregnant, so I mean, she'll be back at some point. Yeah. But it's nice to see it get some love, build it up, and then maybe hand it to somebody. But I would imagine it probably will get forgotten for a little bit and then pick back up while the singles matches. Some people are done. But obviously, come WrestleMania season, they'll probably be. I'm gonna guess right now, Liv versus Roxanne for a Judgment Day thing as a singles match.
For or for not a title?
No title. No title. Rhea or Io going against. I'm gonna guess. No, they just did that last one. They just did at the last WrestleMania.
Hasn't stopped them before.
I'm gonna go Rhea versus Vakur. I think that's a match that they are waiting to give. Or Rhea versus Io. Io wins the title, and then it's a trilogy match because Rhea hasn't beaten Io yet, and they're tag team partners now. That also could be a singles match. So like swap them out, and then I'm gonna go Alexa versus Jade. I think that's just a very cool stylistically match for that. But as you can see, these tag teams start to fall apart when they go to
Well, and that does make sense to
Yeah.
an extent because it
Highlight 'em
almost
now.
should, right? It
I mean,
almost
it makes
should fall
sense.
apart because they're gonna want their own
Yeah.
title
Yeah.
and their own stuff.
Highlight the women now in the tag team division because I mean, I don't know if Jade has had a title defense since she's won it. If it is, maybe against like Chelsea Green or something.
Yeah, she might have had one on like a random SmackDown.
But highlight them. Use your highest profile women in these tag team. Build up the tag team division. WrestleMania season comes around. Royal Rumble season comes around. Have them go into individual matches, and then you still have a relatively credible belt for a little bit. Use that to bump up Lyra Valkyria and Bayley or somebody else. So that's kind of where I'm going to go. But they brawled. They had a match. I think to figure out who the number one contender was. Who won that match?
Nobody.
Yeah, because it was
double
DQ.
countout,
Mhm.
or double,
Yeah.
DQ. Just Kabuki Warriors attacked, and then Judgment Day came out.
I wouldn't be surprised if John Cena's last match has a 8-man tag or whatever it is, like the women, where there's 4 tags, there's 4 teams, and then the winner gets the belt.
His last match is supposed to be him versus
But-
LA Knight or Gunther.
Yeah, and then as we touched on, Jey Uso lost to LA Knight. LA Knight will face Gunther. Gunther ended up beating Solo.
Yeah, and they still found a way to make Solo look
Yep,
strong. They're really trying to.
I think that's fine to do.
Yeah.
I would love to see him
SmackDown
kind of like without the group, have him be a kind of a solo guy, but almost kind of like not the Roman Reigns path, but Roman Reigns was in a group.
Yeah.
Didn't really have a bunch of bodyguards after that point. He was good enough where he could do it by himself. I would love to see Solo kind of get to that point.
I just don't know if he is.
I don't know if he is either, but
I'd like to see when Fatu is ready to
Yeah.
be cleared, have him kind of take out, almost solely take out all of the MFDs.
sure, I'm good with it. So it will be Gunther and LA Knight. Winner of that match is go against John Cena. I think both
Gunther will face John Cena.
of us are in agreement with John Cena,
Although
which
LA
kind of
Knight would be a little interesting. I mean,
wouldn't be the worst. No,
I just wish it wasn't 2 weeks away and you could allow LA Knight and John Cena to like
yeah, that would be cool.
exchange some verbiage
Yep.
back and forth because they're both talkers. So
Yeah, absolutely. All right, let's take one last break. We'll do a little bit of AEW stuff and some more Monday Night Raw. So stay with us. One more break. We'll be right back right here on WFRV Plus.
and welcome back to the Near Fall with your host Nick Whitwer and Devin Williams as always.
Who?
Devin Williams, new pitcher for the New York Mets.
Yeah, Devin Williams out in New York Mets.
Yeah. So AEW Dynamite, the CC tourney continuing.
I think some very interesting matches on Wednesday. For starters, John, is this the end of? Is Moxley? This is it. Claudio.
It's gotta be right.
Claudio versus Mox. I think is a really cool way. I mean, a really good match. I mean, you got Claudio and Moxley, 2 really solid wrestlers. I don't know what happens. I don't know who wins.
Maybe Claudio wins, and that puts the idea into his head that
Taps out Mox. That would be kind of interesting.
yeah, but maybe that's what sparks the initial idea in his head that John's got it, doesn't have it anymore. I should be the new leader.
Or maybe maybe not even he needs to be the new leader, but John just doesn't need to be a part of this group.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, I'd be real surprised if Moxley wins this match.
really.
Just based on the way like that whole group is going.
But what if Moxley says you need to take the pin? Like you need to lay down.
Yeah, I could see something like that. And
Where-
Claudio
and
just
then puts it-
refuses
yeah.
to.
I
There's just a couple ways to go with
Yeah.
that, but I think it all ends the same with it.
Yeah.
leads even farther, another point to them.
Okada versus Pac, another interesting match. I think a kind of a cool stylistically match too. Kevin Knight, he won his first match.
He did, and he beat Darby, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I-
look, I'm
very-
only interested in this Fletcher match if Knight wins again. I know they've said that this kind of tournament has been put in place to create stars like that,
Yeah.
and it's made to have these upsets.
I mean,
Keep it rolling with Knight, and let's see what happens.
Kevin Knight I was there for his debut. It was there for his debut against I think it was Roderick Strong or maybe it was Moxley. I can't remember. It was at the Milwaukee AEW. Kevin Knight. I mean, maybe a draw. Maybe instead of a win, maybe it's a draw. But you want to talk about like that would be too shocking for me
Yeah.
if you would have told me that he was going to beat Darby and then draw against Fletcher. I mean, it's a good point. Very good point. Is Ace Austin? Maybe Ace Austin comes in and ruins it.
Maybe. No, I'm hoping he's got
Yep.
his eyes set on Ricochet
Yeah.
still. That post that he made
Yep.
saying about, the music was going to hit.
Yep.
And I hope that's a sign that he is going to challenge
It could be.
for that title.
And the women's, the tag team tourneys. This match very interesting. The semifinals. Tony and Mina going against Marina Shafir in a holiday death match. Some animosity between these 4 women. Marina made Tony quit while she was choking Mina, and then they won at Full Gear to
Yeah.
decide this to be a Full Gear match. So it's a 1v1. This is a rubber match. Who do you think wins this one?
I mean, I've got to stay
Yep.
true to my pick for that won the whole tourney,
Yep.
so I've got to, just stick with Tony and Mina.
Are you shocked if Megan and Marina win?
I'm not. I think, making this a death match could fit more for them, and their build allows them to be a little more of a brutal character.
I will agree with you. I still think the winner comes from the left side of the bracket,
Okay.
which is the Sisters of Sin and then Willow and Harley. I think the winner, whoever wins that one, will be the winner of the tournament. That's. I said Sisters of. I think I said Sisters of Sin was my first.
Depending on the way this match goes, does that change who you think wins on the other side, or do you think it doesn't matter that they would do a face versus face, or they would do a heel versus heel?
Well, who's the face? Who's the heel? Oh, I guess you're saying if it's Willow and Storm. I think it's a tournament. I don't think the finals matters because it's an easy build. It's you know what I mean. There is no. It's just the winner of this match gets it. Now you could turn one heel in the match if both are heels, and then coincidentally you would then.
Oh, because I'm saying you could have. So if Tony and Mina win, do you then go, okay, well the heel Sister of Sin, they win?
I don't think the finals. I think again, if it was Penelope Ford, I still think they win. I would have.
But I'm saying, do you still think it's Sisters of Sin winning?
Yeah,
if Mina and Bane win,
I don't think it matters.
Okay.
Like I said, with the tournament stuff, I mean, you're having Moxley versus Claudio in the tournament. Even if that was a tournament final, I still think it's fine. The tournament's a lot. It's not a crutch, kind of a crutch where you don't have to worry about faces and heels because you can just say, hey, this is a finals. Like both teams want to win, and I think it's easier if you're gonna pick two sides. I mean, have both be heels. I mean, you can say we both want to win, but both faces, it's easy. You say, hey, we worked hard. We look forward to battling and seeing who the best team is. So, but I think a solid, regardless, I think a solid Dynamite. I really like the Continental Classic.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll see some more stuff with Hangman, Swerve,
Yep.
Team, and
Osprey's right around the corner. I cannot wait for Osprey to come back. So, all right, I think that'll do it though for tonight's episode of the Near Fall right here on WFRV Plus. We will be back Thursday. Nothing to preview per se or pick, but we will be back on Thursday with Ben, who was our champion. I don't know if you mentioned that. Ben's one
Ben
champion.
is our new champion, and I haven't kept tally, but I'm pretty sure it's only like the second or third time he's been champion.
Well, me and Ben had the same exact picks. He won on the tiebreakers, so I'm going to say a silver medal for me, and Nick, we don't even talk about how close he was. So thank you for watching right here on WFRV Plus. Until next time, keep your shoulder off the mat. Thanks for watching.